Okay, so I'm going to start doing the measurements. So I'm going to start with the neck edge from shoulder to shoulder. So I'm going to feel where the top of my shoulder is and put my finger, and I know this isn't a real dressmaker's tape measure, but this is all I have. So that is 21.5 centimetres. Nape to edge. So this is my nape just here, where that little dimple is. And for this particular garment, I don't want it too tight up to the nape because it's going over a dress. So that's 0, and then I want it to come down about that much. So that is 5.5. The width of the placket, so that's going to be from the centre front outwards. So that's 5. That looks quite big. I don't want it to look too puny either. So I think 4.5 is good. Length to hem. So I'm making this for my mum. It's got to be a little bit longer than it would be for me because she's taller. So if I, oh, this is not ideal. Right, so it's going to be just above the knee, and I measure that to the nape, which is there. So that is 82.5. Shoulder width. I'm going to do 5.5 and then see how it looks when I actually draw out the pattern. This is going to be crunchy and tricky. Armhole circumference. It's going to be quite a big armhole because it's going to sit over the garments. And don't laugh at me. And I don't think it matters if you see the dress through the armhole here at the side, or whatever my mum decides to wear. And I want it to come down to a bit of a point like that. So let's work out what that is. 60 exactly. Wonderful. So upper chest, above the bust, just on the front, from, if you imagine a line down from your shoulders here, and just standing normally, measure the correct distance. So for me, and probably for my mum, hopefully for my mum, it is 29 centimetres. 2 different bust measurements. One's going to be just the front bust. So across the biggest, widest point, from side to side, at the front only. I think I may ring Mum up and just check what hers is exactly before I finish my pattern, just to make sure I'm not making this too small for her. So I'm going to do that at 50. Us Nahoons have quite a wide chest, so it's good to do both. I wish I had my tape measure. And as it's an over thing, I kind of breathed in and made myself a bit bigger from my breathing in of my chest, just to make sure it's not going to go tight. So that's 91 centimetres. Time for the waist. Again, not bothering about doing it right next to the skin because it's an overgarment. So I'm going to do my actual waist, which is about the same as my mum's, but when I do the pattern I will add on quite a few centimetres on either side, just to make sure it's nice and flowing and A-line. It's not a tight fitting garment. I'm not going to do both hip measurements, I'm just going to do the lower, widest hip. Over the widest part of the bum and the widest, largest part of the lower hips. So again, that's going to be a little bit more floaty over the hips, but I need the actual measurements to start with. Probably the bottom hem edge I will do more by eye when I do the paper pattern, but just to get an idea I'm just going to widen my legs and check that I can walk in it. So take a step. I always do this. You don't want something that's doesn't let you walk. And that's all my measurements. Fabulous. Let's get drawing.